Yo, what is up everybody? Today we are going to be doing some updates to Pokemon Leafgreen Ultimate, my Romhack. So today I just have a list of fixing that I gotta do here. So first, are some typing changes for some Pokemon here. So I'm just gonna go into the Hex Editor, Hexmanic Advance. Here we go. So the first one is Spiro. Yeah, this little guy right here. He just needs to be a dark type. Just a little simple thing. Because, well, he wasn't great with, everything. Because his dark type moves were getting same type attack bonus. So like Pursuit, and then you have, that's it really until it evolves into Hero, where it gets some more dark type moves. Next I had Kingdra. I gotta fix some things about this guy. Because if we go to Seadra, which if it's pre-evolution, it's right here. I'm going to go over here. So if we look at Seadra, he's got 55 HP, 65 attack, 105 defense, 100 speed, 100 special attack, 105 special defense. If we look at this, this is pretty low. Right? Considering what that is. So, what I'm gonna do right now, since I'm working on another ROM hack, Pokemon Emerald Ultimate, I gotta find it. It's in my Google Drive, just give me a quick second. Alright, I found it. So I'm just gonna reuse these stats from my upcoming Pokemon Emerald Ultimate version. So let's just run down the line here. 55 HP. I'm not gonna do that. I'm gonna have to fix that in Emerald Ultimate. I'm gonna change this to 75 really quick. Gotta make a note of that on my notepad. Sorry, my pen was stuck in the drawer. Alright. Fix. Okay. Okay. So we'll just keep the HP stat. For the attack stat, we're gonna keep it relatively low because he's a special attacker. His defense would be 115. His speed stat is gonna be off the charts at 110. You see how this is increasing exponentially? His special attack would be 130. And special defense is 115. There we go. Just a well-rounded 620 base stat total. Oh boy. Yeah, that is higher than the legendary birds, and some pseudo-legendaries. It's fine. I think I will just make it a pseudo. Lower it a little bit. Just a teeny seaweed to 55. To make it a base stat total of 600. So that is 55. Just another thing to fix. Yeah, this is how game development is. You realize you made a problem, and then you gotta fix it. And then we'll put this in Leafgreen Ultimate's changelog. stat changes. I just put it by Seadra here. So just go down, paste it in there. Done. That is Kingdra. Okay. Next we have Cubone and Marowak. Now, I decided to make them Ground and Ghost in my Emerald hack, and then I just realized, wait a minute, wouldn't it be a good idea to make it a Ground and Ghost type in my other game? So we're just going to change them really quick. And then I have some movesets that I'd like to incorporate here. Let me just open up Emerald Ultimate's level up moveset. Alright, here we are again. So I just got Emerald Ultimate open here. So we'll just take this Cubone moveset.
His hot sleep.
And then let's copy it. And then we'll paste it in here. Very similar to the one I had before, but it's just going to be a bit of an improvement here. Next, I just want to allow it to learn Shadow Ball. It's right there. And Snatch. Yeah. Is there anything else? I'm just looking. Don't think so. So we'll just move to Marowak. Allow it to learn Snatch and Shadow Ball. Okay, let's go to Marowak, and then we'll copy his moveset. Because, yes, they learn the same moves, but at different levels. Because Cubone learns Fissure at 55, per se, but Marowak learns it at 59. There we go. Excellent. Alright, now we gotta change some evolution levels. So let's find Machop. He's supposed to evolve at level 30. No. 22. But it's 28 right now. I think. Let me look at Emerald's evolution changes that I changed here. Yeah, Machop and Machoke, 22, yeah. And then the Machoke to Machamp at level 33. So I'm just gonna change this to 33. So I'll just copy these. And then we'll go to Leafgreen Ultimates, evolution changes. We'll go in here and then just paste it there. Good. What else was on my list? Geodude. Alright. I wanted to change him to his 22 as well. And then I'm going to change Graveler to level 33. So we'll just go over here, and then we'll copy Geodude and Graveler, and then Graveler and Golem, and then we'll just paste it in there. I just have to make sure I know what I did, because if I don't remember and then I forgot to tell people, people might play the game differently, and well, frankly, that's not the best thing ever. Because if they don't know what they're doing, then why play if you don't know what to do? Or you have misinformation, then you'll get angry, and then you'll stop playing the game. And I don't want you to do that. I want you to play the game. Okay, so I want 22 for Gasoline into Haunter, and then 33 for Haunter into Gengar. And then I'll just copy these, and And then I'll just paste it in here. Right where Haunter and Gengar are. Good. Oh. Okay. So... Alright. I'm gonna go find Sceptile. Or more accurately, Grovyle to start here. So Grovyle evolves from Trico at level 16. So we can add some moves here. So I want to add Dragon Breath. It's one word. I'll have him learn it at 17. And then at 38. Oh wait, I need quotation marks because it's 2 words. And then 38. And then Dragon Dance at say 32? No, yeah. And then that will be 32 here. Oh, I forgot the quotation marks. And then need you. Alright. I think that's a good thing here, and then we'll just put Outrage here. At, say, 47. And then we'll kind of Frankenstein it into here. Actually, wait, they're just using the same. So I can just paste it into Sceptile. Done. Okay, yeah, I made this a little bit too easy for that. Alright, so let's go to Grovyle. Means we have to change his moveset first. So we'll just paste again. Awesome. And then we'll go to Sceptile. First thing we're gonna do, we're gonna change his typing to Grass Dragon. And then we'll paste the moveset in here again. Okay, so he learns Dragon Claw already. Is there anything he should learn if he's a Dragon type that he would not have learned before? I don't see any. Alright, I think we're good here. I don't know if there's anything else. Oh, Furt and Geoxys. Gotta fix Furt really quick. Means I gave him a better special attack stat. I gave it 76. There we go. We'll just go in here and then find Furt. There he is. Hello. Copy, and then we're gonna go over here. So stat changes. The little guy was, I think, right after Feraligatr. Yeah. So let's paste it in there. Good job. Done, and then Deoxys. So I made him a psychic fighting type, and I thought that was a good idea, so we're gonna put it here. I did check the form changing stuff, and it will match perfectly. Even if it's a different form of Deoxys, because Deoxys has 4 of them. You guys can see the base form right here, and then here's defense, right? But the stats don't change over here, which is weird. So we're gonna just change it to fighting, psychic fighting, because psychic fighting is good. And then we're gonna go to moves here. The access. Just gonna copy this here. Blue, and then we just paste them in there. Great. Alright, I think that's all I needed to change for Leafgreen Ultimate. So, I'm gonna get that on the website right now so that you guys can view it at this point. And then I'll just, I'll open back up with Emerald Ultimate so you guys can see what I'm doing with that. Alright, I'm back. So it's now on the website if anyone wants to download it. Just some quick things. So let's open up Emerald Ultimate. I'm just calling my GBA Romhack's Emerald Ultimate if I want to, which I can. Alright, I'm just gonna quick show you guys something cool that I made. It's actually kind of awesome. See this? That's my own sprite that I put in. So this is Jirachi. I think here's a script if you guys want to see. No, wait, that's not the script. What am I doing? What am I talking about? It's right here. So this is how all the legendary battles work. You guys wanted to see that. So it's got a flag. So what a flag is, it's just a switch. It just tells the game, did this happen? Did this not happen? What? So what we got here is it'll just freeze the game so the player can't move. It'll face the player if it's got a side spray, which it doesn't. And then it'll just play the Jirachi sound. It'll start the wild battle. It'll just set some stuff here. It'll clear this flag, whatever. And then it'll hide the sprite that you just fought. It'll just fade the screen to black, flop it back, and then battle outcome. It'll check if it's 7. Yeah, and then it'll disappear if you didn't catch it or you killed it. And then we have some flags here. So it'll set the flag twice apparently. I didn't tell it to do that, but Hexmanic Advance sometimes just does some weird stuff. Anyways, we'll go to Pokemon now. I have to fix that Kingdra glitch thing. So you can see Pokemon have different sprites in this game. It's kind of cool. Well, actually, they're the same sprites as Ruby and Sapphire. Fire Red and Leaf Green had some redesigned ones for Kanto. Mainly just the Kanto Pokemon, but they did make a change to one of the Johto guys. I forgot what it was. Maybe need Kingdra. A lot of Pokemon have King in their name, I just realized. King. There are 8 of them. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yeah. Well, Lickitung and Coughing don't, but yeah. Right. So I need HP and attack. So HP is 75. Attack is 55. Easy job, just swap around. Okay. Let's see. Are there any more cool things? I'm not gonna do more copy and paste because I already have a lot of the data for some stuff laid out already. And I just copy and paste it into the game, and I don't want the rest of the video to be that, so I'm just gonna show you guys some cool things that I kind of made, I guess. So this NPC, he is not in the real game. His sprite is, but this is just a random dude. So let me just read you his script here. So if you guys know, okay, you're already reading it. If you guys know the events for the Game Boy Advance, what they did was they decided that they were gonna make some event Pokemon, and you had locations to go to. Like, you could go to those locations to catch those Pokemon. So the thing is, they had these key items that were injected into the game essentially when you got the event in 2005. So the thing is, obviously they're not doing that nowadays, so you have to find another way to put it in the game so that people can catch the Pokemon and have them obey the player. Because if the Pokemon was not caught in that specific location with a specific flag set, then the Pokemon won't obey. So it'll either hurt itself, put itself to sleep, or do some other stupid things. Anyways, the player doesn't want that to happen, right? So anyways, he just explains who he is. He's a guy from Devon. Mr. Stone had stuff in his desk, and now he's giving you these items. So the flag, what this does, it'll just tell the game, hey, the player is now allowed to go here. And then it'll give you an item that doesn't do anything. So the flag is what does the stuff. The item doesn't. It'll do the Aurora ticket, the old team map, and the Mystic ticket. So Aurora ticket takes you to Deoxys, I think. Yeah. Old team map takes you to Mew. Mystic ticket takes you to Ho-Oh and Lugia. And then if he's already given you the stuff, it'll set this flag when he's done, and then it'll check, and then it'll go to section 1. Section 1 is right here. And then he's like, I already gave you those. You can't take them. So, yeah. And then I have another guy. He's in Pacific Log Town. Yeah, he's around. Yeah, here we go. Here's Pacific Log Town. It's a real slog. Anyways, this guy. Anyways, that's the Eon ticket. It'll set some flags. This flag is the one that allows the Eon event to run. The Eon ticket is what gets you the opposite legendary, or specifically Latios and Latias. You can choose one at the beginning of the post game to have roam around the region. The other one goes to Southern Island. That's what this ticket takes you there for, so you can catch the other one, because, you know. And this flag is to make sure it doesn't run again, so he doesn't give you the item twice. Like, why do you need 2 of the tickets if you can already go there with 1? I don't know. What else? What else do I got, man? You guys can just see the entire Hoenn region. It's gigantic. Like, look at this. That's not all of it, even. Like, here's my power. Up here's Fortress City. Oh, here's another location I added. So, normally, this is just a bridge that goes across. Nothing goes down. So, I added this. I added this. She gives you rare candies. And here is a really weird place in the game. So if we go here, yeah, it's just a tree, but it's Celebi. Celebi's a Pokemon, so it's another one of those event battle systems that I incorporated for Jirachi. So it's just here now. Yeah. I'm just using the warps to my advantage. Oh, you guys can't see me. Just a quick thing. I can just go to the map I want to go to with this. But, of course, I need to have you guys see me, so... You guys saw my Kyogre background in the back. I don't really care. Anyways, I'm just thinking about some other things. Oh. I can just play the game right now, so I'm just gonna load it up because I have some things here that I... Alright, so the thing is, I have to just turn down the volume a bit so you guys can actually hear me. Audio. I'm just gonna... configure. I'm just gonna set it down here. You guys might be able to hear it. I don't think I'll, Anyways, here we go. So, this intro is in the regular game anyways. But if you guys never seen it before, in a game that's been out for, like, 11 years. Not 11. It's longer than that. 21 years. Yeah, it's been out for a while. If you guys seen it before, I don't know. All right, here comes the part I changed. Aside from the title screen area. So I didn't edit the Pokemon logo, but I did change that. So you guys can see this Emerald Ultimate and my name. I actually reused their text style that they had in here before. It said 2005 Game Freak. I just reused their characters that they had in there anyways. I just have a maxed out save file that I just hacked. So everything here is hacked. So we're just gonna use my trusty Swellow. I have my level 100 Mewtwo. It's awesome. So we're gonna go to Setopolis. I've really cool. It's not the surfing animation, although it's kind of interesting. Anyways, so we're just gonna go up here and into this house. I made this house. Alright, so I put my sister in here. She gets mad when you try to fight her. So she'll just fight you. She doesn't like it when people go into the house and then just go in her room. So I just made this. So she just gets mad at the player for going into her side of the room, I guess. Also, there were some blocks that I just didn't have collisions for. So that's why that's why you saw the bases and they double protect. Okay. Oh, you guys can actually see the battle UI colors now, so it's kind of cool. It used to be blue, red, and then the HP box was then the HP box was tan, which I just thought was ugly. And then Swampert, Earthquakes, all of these wonderful Pokemon. Bye bye Duxclops. If you're not dead, then I'll just kill you next turn. And then Executor, you know. Oh, okay, Calm Mind, that's fine. Alright, so it's Fly and then Earthquake. Full Restore expected. So anyways, like I just test everything as I periodically change it, just to make sure my changes actually worked. So, yeah, she has a legendary Latias. So if you're not prepared for that, sorry. This is an optional place in the game, so you don't really need to worry about it. So I'm just gonna use Fly on you, and then I need to use Blizzard. Okay, you can just do that, I guess. Don't hurt Duskclops. Don't miss Blizzard. Okay, good. So Latias is a Dragon Psychic type, which means it's weak to Ice. I don't know how that even works. Dragons breathe fire. Anyways, we should probably kill it now because you're gonna double protect. Protect has a 50% chance to work on the second turn that you use it in a row. So the thing is, if you decide not to use it in a row, then it'll just work 100% of the time. But that's how the game works with Protect. It's just like that. So you can't just prevent your Pokemon from taking damage forever. Marowak would be a Ghost type right now. And we're gonna use Swarf. And okay. At least Duskclops dies this turn. Bye-bye. Alright. Alright, Marowak is like that now. And then here comes her favorite Pokemon, Umbreon. I decided to give her this anyways. Yeah, he's a nice guy. We'll use Earthquake. Of course it uses Protect. Like, that's... And then Marowak tries to Protect, but it can't. Because, you know... Alright, Earthquake does about half. Yeah, okay. And then we'll go Surf. Oh my gosh, you get the double Protect. I swear this whole game is rigged, man. I gave all of her Pokemon Protect to make the player mad. That's working very effectively, I think. Alright, we're just gonna Surf. Marowak gets a double Protect as well. Why? Hypnosis is 60% accurate, and I swear it doesn't ever work. Oh my god, and now you're confusing me. I don't like it. You're just being mean. Okay, I'm just gonna, like... I'm getting desperate at this moment. Alright, we're gonna Surf. Okay. Bye-bye, Marowak. Alright, it's gonna try and use Crunch on Mewtwo now. See? You confused Swampert instead. See, I'm smart. No, not Psychic. You're immune to Psychic. We're gonna just... Thunder on you. And then we're gonna E-Earthquake. You're just gonna Full Restore. Okay, that's fine. And I missed Thunder, even though I've made it so it's supposed to be 90% accurate. Okay. So, Earthquake just does that. Awesome. And then you just heal it again. Okay, fine. Oh my gosh, man. Alright. Thunder. Yay, we won. Without taking damage, surprisingly. Yeah, she's like, go to the other side of the room, loser. Yeah, that's what we're gonna talk about now. So you see this? I made this. I can't find a way to import a different sprite for myself, so I'm just gonna be this random scientist dude. Anyways, so he's just gonna lead with Sceptile, and then we're gonna one-shot everything else with Mewtwo. The player obviously would have access to a level 100 Mewtwo before they beat the game, but we're just gonna go with it, right? Alright, so I'm just gonna... So this is what it's gonna say. So this location is near the end of the game, obviously level 60s. Yay. Alright. I like this music, that's why I made myself a gym leader, even though I'm not a gym leader. I was gonna go down trainer class, but I like the music, so I made a compromise. Because if you make a new trainer class, you have to find a way to convert the trainer class to have different music. But, like, why? I've never understood it, if I'm being completely honest. It's weird. Anyways, you know what else is weird? I'm just using Fly in one turn. You didn't see that coming, did you? Bye-bye, Sceptile. Swampert. So Mewtwo's just gonna one-shot it. That's the whole plan. We're just gonna Psychic and then go. I just want to show you another thing I programmed into the game after I beat it. After I beat the guy here. Don't use protect again. Oh my gosh, man. What did I say? I jinxed it, man. Okay, alright. Psychic. Yay. It's not working. It's not working. Okay. Bye-bye, Swampert. Die in hell, I guess. Anyways, Banette, this thing would just one-shot with Earthquake. Bayonet is a ghost type, which means Mewtwo is weak to ghost. But if we just one-shot it without taking damage, we're fine. Blaziken is a fighting type, which means we're just gonna use Psychic. Anyways, bye-bye. Alright, Porygon 2, this thing is an electric psychic type in this game. So, the team that you're fighting right now, I'm fighting right now, it has complete type diversity. So the thing is, I cover for every type in the game with same type attack bonus. That's how I like to make my teams. So I know this is not a very good showing of how strong the team is, but literally everything on the team is to trip you up. Alright, so now we got Farfetch'd. This thing will outspeed in one shot literally everything at once. So we're just gonna kill it now, because I don't want to deal with its crap. It has a base speed stat of 165, and then a base attack stat of 130. Oh no, sorry, its speed stat of 185. And then its base attack is 30, but its ability Huge Power doubles that. So it just goes exponentially hard. Alright, so now after we've talked to me after the battle, so then the Pokeball gives the player a Metagross. Right there. That's why I needed an open party slot. Of course, these aren't the moves he'll get. I haven't win Pokemon's movesets yet. And if the player tries to pick up the ball again, it'll just say it's for somebody else. Brendan would be your rival if you named him that. So yeah. Anyways, well, actually, you can't name your rival in this game. Anyways, that's all I wanted to show you in here, I think. So. I think I don't know what else to show you guys. Oh, just one more thing. You guys won't see me for a second. I gotta swap maps. Okay, where are you? Need Petalburg City. Alright, here we go. So we see this guy. He's gonna give the player a bunch of Pokemon. Okay, so let me explain how this whole script works. So the player is gonna start at the top, obviously, because it goes down, like code goes down, right? Okay, so it's gonna read left to right, go down. Okay, so it'll freeze the game, it'll face the player, he'll count your Pokemon. He's gonna make sure, okay, do you have less than 6 Pokemon? That's what this is. And then if the player does have less Pokemon, he won't tell the player to go make room. Like, get rid of your friends so I can give you a new friend. Alright, anyways. So, and then it'll check to see if this flag is set. This flag is set after you receive a Pokemon. So, we'll get to that in a second. So, he'll just explain who he is. He's one of the professor's guys. I know it's not Professor Oak in the Hoenn games. Thing is, he's supposed to be here from another region, doing research for Professor Oak, and then giving players stuff. So, anyways, so it'll just do a multi-choice selection box. So this is the X and Y coordinates. It goes from vertical down, and then horizontal like that. From the top, So it's a little bit weird. So it's like if you had a coordinate plane but upside down. Okay, anyways. So here are some stuff here. So it's supposed to say var result, but X-Making Advanced just alters it a little bit, so it just looks a bit different. It'll just, it works the same anyways. It just looks a little weird. Anyways, so it'll go to section 2. So you want Bulbasaur. It'll give the player the Bulbasaur. Yay. And then he'll say, enjoy your adventure. That's the end. And then the second one is Charmander. Third one's Squirtle. Fourth one is Chikorita. Sixth one is Cyndaquil. What? Fifth one is Cyndaquil. Sixth one is Totodile. And then if that flag is set right here, it'll take you to section 8, which will just post the message, not allow the player to get another starter. Or get another one of these Pokemon. They are starter Pokemon from other regions, so like you should only get one. That's how it works, I guess. I've never realized that there's so many events in Petalburg City. Like there's this dude. Okay, I think that's really all I need to show you guys for now. So with that said, everyone enjoy your Friday, and that should be it. Bye.